So Joe, what does philanthropy mean to you?
That's a good question. Philanthropy means or has a much different meaning today than it did when I was young.
I agree.
Yeah, so my father was known as a philanthropist. And what that meant to me was that philanthropy was for the people that were wealthy. You know, they were going to the galas or the big events and they were donating millions of dollars, and it was just limited to that group of people. But today, honestly, it means something completely different. Philanthropy to me today simply means giving, but really just giving from the heart, right? It doesn't matter how much money you have or actually what it is that you give. Just the fact that in your heart, you want to do something for somebody else, and whether it's monetary or not, I would consider that philanthropy.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
So well done. Why is philanthropy important to Frederick's success?
Another good question. Frederick has been known to be a tremendous place to live, right? We've heard it.
Right.
Like there's a lot of statistics out that Frederick is a wonderful place to live. And the reason I believe that is the case is because of the people. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't happen. It's not a happenstance. Right. It's the people that make Frederick a wonderful place to live. But the challenge is that might be the way it is today, but who knows what the reputation will be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 or 30 years. So the importance of philanthropy is again, going back to giving, is to create kind of that community giving spirit so that the reputation of Frederick stays strong for years to come. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Can you describe your relationship with United Way of Frederick County and the impact that the relationship has had on the Frederick community?
My relationship with the United Way is strong, first of all. I remember having the opportunity to sit down with Ken a few years ago when the Unity campaign became something greater than what I could just tackle on my own. And taking the time and learning a little bit more about the United Way of Frederick County and what their mission is and who the people were that were running it, I felt very comfortable having the opportunity to turn the Unity campaign over to them. And maintaining a role within the campaign for the last few years has allowed me to increase that bond and that relationship with the United Way. And I think that it's very, very important. It's been very, very important and valuable to all of the nonprofits that are participating in the Unity campaign and to Frederick County then as a whole.
So our business here at Troyce Gatewood Partners donates not only towards the incentive match fund, but our team also has committed to supporting local philanthropy through their commission. Can you share about that program and why our team is passionate about giving back?
Sure. Well, we have just a remarkable team.
We do.
I mean, they are definitely leaders in the real estate world. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they're becoming leaders in the giving world as well because they have such a heart for this. When we thought about how we could help build the incentive fund, we came together as a team and we all came up with the idea of contributing a portion of every real estate commission. But not only that, we were then able to go to our mortgage partners and have them donate a portion of their commission. And we went to the title company and we went to the home inspector, and all of a sudden we created this incredible program where every time we helped somebody buy or sell a home, this money was coming in. Mm-hmm. And they saw that and they didn't have to do this. Right. Mm-hmm. There was no requirement, but every single time they did. And it's just been so fulfilling to me, and I know for you too.
I love watching that coming from their heart and the giving of it.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Been an incredible give back and great thing to watch.
Yeah.
So describe why the Unity campaign is important to Frederick.
Oh, it's very simple. So as I mentioned how wonderful Frederick is to live, mm-hmm. 1/3 of the population can't afford basic needs. That's huge, right? And we have a few dozen nonprofits in Frederick County that they're committed to helping that core group of people. And the importance of the Unity Campaign is that it gives those nonprofits that opportunity every year to come together, to work together, to spread the word, to get it out. I mean, I always feel like together you can achieve more, right?
Absolutely.
The whole team idea. So they come together, we get the word out, and they raise a ton of money. And the proof is in the pudding, because when you look at the history of the Unity Campaign since our inception, every year these benchmarks, more money's raised, but as importantly, more people are donating. And that also brings me back to philanthropy. In my mind back in the day was only for the rich, for the wealthy, right? The Unity Campaign has been successful because of the philanthropy of the residents. Over 1,000 residents gave. Yes, a few of them were very large donations, but the average donation was around $100. So that's what also makes the Unity Campaign so important, because it allows people to give and to help that core 1/3 of the people in Frederick who need our help the most.
Very good. So what kind of impact do you want to leave in Frederick County? Well, I can answer that one.
Why don't you answer that one?
So when we moved here, one of the things that drew me to Frederick when we moved is that how nice everyone was. Like you walk down the street and people look you in the eye. They smile at you. They hold doors open. It reminded me of like what it was like in my childhood. And it was just wonderful. And I hope that the impact that we can leave is that it continues, and that people continue to open their hands and open their hearts and give and share with their neighbors. So I think, if it's a smile, if it's $5 to someone, if it's $20, $100, whatever it is that you can give with an open heart and an open mind, that's the impact that I'd like to see continue in Frederick.
Thank you.
So is there anything else you'd like to share about philanthropy in Frederick or Troyce Gatewood and Partners support of the Unity Campaign?
I want to take a minute and thank Jordy Wilson at the Frederick News Post, Betsy Day at the Community Foundation. Without their support, the Unity Campaign never would have existed.
Absolutely, right.
So many volunteers. I want to thank our team for their continuous commitment and donations, our strategic partners, Legacy House, Mark Springerth, all the people that had made that commitment to us. I want to thank the Oshimans, the Randalls, and the Delaplanes. They were the core group that came together to create the incentive fund that allowed us to go out and raise more money because of this incentive fund. So I'm grateful that we had the opportunity to chair the campaign for so many years, but it wasn't just us.
It was all those volunteers.
Right.
So many people that gave their time and commitment and energy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
thank
lucky
you.
to be a part of it.
Thank you.